All right, for years I've been asking FL Studio to update their recording system, and for years they never listened to me. Until now. If you didn't know, FL Studio just updated to FL Studio 20.9. I literally could not be more excited about these changes. So in today's video, we're gonna be discussing how to record vocals in FL Studio 20.9 and how I would be setting up a recording template for creating new songs. I will be doing all this from scratch, so definitely follow along. We have a lot to uncover. Let's get started. That sounded pretty dope, right? The first thing that you want to do is obviously open FL Studio 20, and we're going to start from scratch. So let's just go ahead and go to File. Let's go to New from Template and then Open Empty. There is no plugins on here. There are no sends, no buses, no nothing. It's literally a blank template. The next thing that you want to do is just add time markers. Click the drop down menu, go to time markers and select add one. Here you're just going to add intro. That's just gonna place it at the beginning of your playlist timeline. Down the road, you're gonna be adding, verses, or you're gonna be adding hooks. You just wanna right click, add marker, and you are able to add these markers to wherever you please. I do believe that time markers are a huge time saver when it comes to mixing vocals. The next thing that you wanna do is save a spot for the beat. I'm assuming that this is going to be a 2-track mix, in which you are just simply adding a one wave file beat into the playlist. So in this case, what I will be doing is adding this beat here, and I will just be dragging and dropping it into track 1 within the playlist, and I will be just adding this as an audio track. Now, because I added it as an audio track, it's going to be tracked out in the mixer channel as well, and apparently it's going to be tracked out to number 2. I'm not really sure why it tracked out to number 2, but we'll just move it into insert 1 so it's easier to see. You can rename this by holding the left shift button and left clicking and just rename it beat. I'm going to turn it down. That way, when it comes time to record your song, your vocals aren't going to be too loud. Think of it like this: if the beat is too loud to begin with, your vocals are probably going to be too loud to record with. You can always turn up the vocals. You can't always turn it down. Especially when it comes to clipping. Save yourself some time and just lower the beat volume. Okay, here's some tips for you guys. 1, remember to always set your tempo to the correct tempo. Any good producer should have that listed in their beat stem. If it's not listed, I have videos on showing you how I would find a tempo to a beat. The next tip is find the key scale to your beat. Again, the producer should provide this for you already, but I do have videos on showing you how to find that too. The next thing that we're gonna be doing is setting up our recording tracks. In this playlist, we're gonna go right under the beat. We're gonna go to track number 2. Right click, go to track mode, go to audio track, and assign it to insert number 2. Now, once you assign it to insert number 2, this is going to be our first record track. At this time, you want to add any vocal effects to this record channel, but just remember, the more vocal plugins you add onto this track, the more latency you're going to experience. I'm just going to add my go-to Auto-Tune Pro because that's going to be the #1 thing that I use, especially when recording songs. I made sure that it was on low latency mode. You're not going to experience any latency issues after recording your vocals. Now we're going to go back to the playlist, and I'm going to be talking about these 3 buttons real quick. So the first button that we're going to talk about is the audio input source. This is where you're going to choose whatever input source that you're recording from. In this case, I'm using a Universal Audio Apollo Twin X USB audio interface. I have an XLR cable going out of that into this microphone. So I am going to go ahead and select the mono line 1. As you can see, it's picking up my vocals now. So the next button is going to be your record options. The one that we're only going to focus on today is going to be external input only. That means it's only going to record dry vocals, no other effects. FL Studio put out a video on the 20.9 updates. They do a really good job going through the different options. If you want to watch that video, go ahead and check it out. The next button is going to be the arm or disarm. You want to turn this button on in order to record your vocals. As you can see, when I have it on, it's picking up the signal. If I turn it off, you can no longer see that the signal is being heard. If you want to change your name or color or add an icon, you could certainly do that. In this case, we can add a red, just to signify that it's a recording channel. Now we are going to make more recording tracks. This is another new feature that FL Studio 20.9 introduced, and it is called cloning. When you click it, it's going to ask, what do you want to clone in the playlist? You could clone the patterns, audio clips, automation effects, and group tracks. In this case, all I want cloned is the effects. You can press OK, and you can see that it made a duplicate. So now when we look at that duplicate, you can see that everything is exactly the same as that track, hence cloning. If you want, we could create another one. We can clone this one and do the same thing. We'll just create 3 tracks, recording tracks for now. And that's gonna be called recording number 3. So we got 3 recording tracks all ready to be recorded from. So at this point, your basic vocal template is done and it's ready to be used. If you wanna save this template, here's exactly what you do. Now keep in mind guys, I have a Mac OS. If you are a Windows user, don't worry, I have a video showing you how to save a template in FL Studio. All we do is go to File, and you want to go to Save As. You want to go to your Macintosh hard drive. You want to go to Applications, find FL Studio, go to Contents, go to Resources, FL Studio, go to Data, and then go to Templates. Here is where you want to save your recording vocals template. Go ahead and name it to whatever you want. I have mine as a song starter template. After that, you just want to click Save. Once you save that template, go to File, New from Template, Change Default Template, and down here, you're going to be able to select whatever template that you want to be opened by default. I ended up naming it Key Song Starter Template, and the next time you open up FL Studio, it's going to automatically bring up everything that's in this template. Now I'm gonna show you how to use this template when it comes to recording vocals. The first thing that you wanna do is find the spot that we wanna record. Select the record arm disc for recording in the playlist. You wanna just enable it. The signal is picking up my voice and it is ready to be recorded. Press this record button or shortcut R on your keyboard, and then you just press play. And now it is picking up my vocals. I'm gonna turn down my speakers. I didn't realize it was picking up my speaker volume as well. But you can see it is recording my vocals though, which is awesome. Once you're done recording, you can press the R button on your keyboard, and to play back your vocals, you just press a space bar and you can hear everything. And now it is picking up my vocals. I'm gonna turn down my speakers. I didn't realize it was Let's say that you want to record another take under this one. All you have to do is just press the record button underneath the first record track, and you can see that it's picking up my signal. Press the R button to record. Press the spacebar, and now it's recording my vocals again. I'm happy to say it's as simple as that. It's so much easier to record vocals now in FL Studio. We're heading in the right direction, FL Studio, so good job. 2 thumbs up. I will be putting out another video about a more advanced way to use this template that involves using your own vocal chain, presets, your sends, and buses. It's gonna be coming out soon, so be on the lookout for that. Until next time, guys, I hope you guys have a blessed day. Peace.